The days I lived on the come up to now when I hit the jumper, I knew that I had the shot before anybody could trust it. So let the lights hit the summit and swing the drive it and rush it and run the center till you become everything that you wanted. Come on! More than a moment, I spray my words in an open graffiti soul on his sneakers. I wrote the scrap she was quoting. I never care if you voted, you only dope if devoted. I killed the game from the jump, cause I always spoke with the motive. I'm that type, I came in for that fight. What you willing to sacrifice to get you to that life? It's something you can't price. If somebody told me the quickest way just to rock it up to the top, and I swear I wouldn't be that nice. Big city, small town, basement to a large crowd. Stadiums will rumble like earthquakes on a long round. No crowns, you can hear them all sing when they stand up in the moment. No coach, no kings. What you living in the past for? If you feeling scared, you just gotta hit the gas for. Battles over battles, even fighting since the
Mike the Ref Melody, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight.
Let's go! Let go! Third! Let the Super Kick Party! Yeah, pay the money for that. No one.
And of course, you're gonna get the hopping skin. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Thursday night sidecast here on the Mike the Ref Twitch channel. I'm just getting the socials out right now. Want to let everybody know we are here. Hope everybody's doing well today. If you got a chance to check out the early stream today with the Nintendo Direct and the River City Girls 2, it was greatly appreciated you being here. A lot of people forget that we actually have this show tonight, so that's why I want to just get this post out real quick. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with both of them here today. I will admit, the Developer Direct wasn't exactly knocking anybody's socks off in terms of what they had on there. There we go. Got those both out on Blue Sky and on the old X, as the kids like to call it. No, nope, things are just flying all over the place now on socials, so that's always good. But yeah, not a whole lot to speak about. I think the biggest news of the day today, outside of the fact the stuff I already know about the show today, apparently Trips was over at the White House today. He filmed some segments there and talking to his buddy Donald. And I'm not getting involved in politics because, yeah, that's just, we're just going to enter into a nasty battle that we don't really need to get into here. And yes, I know I'm Canadian, but I still got opinions, but I don't think we need them right now, to be honest. So, 30 degrees here in Edmonton right now. It is hotter than hell. I hope you guys are keeping cool. I hope the AC is working well in Chicago because, God, tonight is going to be fire. I think that's what the kids say. That's right. The kids say fire, right? So, on the car, well, that's just, I'll throw that there just to give myself a little mercy on that one there. So on the card tonight, we know 4 of the 5 matches. We're assuming 5 matches because that's what they do. We got the tag team semifinal, Eliminator semifinal between FTR and the Bang Bang Gang, which is totally going to set up what we're going to see in 2 weeks. Because I'm assuming they are semifinals next Wednesday. We got the quarterfinal between Brandido and the Gates of Agony. Winner takes on the Bucks next week. We have Thekla, who accepted a challenge from Willow Nightengale. And we have Kyle Fletcher and Dustin Rhodes in a Chicago street fight for the TNT Championship. We also have Chris Statlander in action. We had a troll account. I will never say a troll account accidentally does anything, but a troll account put down Chris Statlander versus Dakota Kai. We're like, what? I don't think that's happening anytime soon here. So, but yeah, like just sitting down here and just thinking about everything that's been going on here, and we're about a minute away from the start of the show here. I honestly feel it's been a pretty good success here these last 3 weeks in Chicago. Crowds have been pretty hot. There was a odd spot yesterday when you're trying to do that face turn for Christian, and the crowd just wasn't having it until the concerto happened, and then, it got a lot easier to figure that out. But in terms of everything else, that crowd has been pretty super all 6 nights. We're going to go on the road for a couple weeks heading into Forbidden Door, and then we're into Philadelphia for 3 weeks. And honestly, if you can find a market that will support you for 3 weeks in a row the way that these have so far, with Texas, with Chicago, now coming up to Philly, we're hoping they're going to do the same thing. If we can get all 3 of them running the way that they, like at the standard that these last 2 have, it's honestly, it feels a lot better than doing the block tapings like you see with TNA. Because you always have the same, like if you didn't know, TNA does block taping of their show. Like they'll record 4 weeks of wrestling in one night or one day, typically right after a pay-per-view. And they're still trying to fix the ring from Ring of Honor. Really, guys? I just love seeing how packed the place is still. Night 6, they're not going to be back until December, sorry. Tony almost forgot the world champion's name. Oh my goodness, Tony, come on. Uh-oh. Well, speaking of Moxley, that's one of the security guys that blocked him from getting in last time. So Moxley wants to deal with Darby now. I don't know if he's irate. He naturally looks pissed off. All right, we're setting up the Darby story. I can live with this. Hiding in the bathroom. Well, he was on the balcony. He can't go up in the rafters because there aren't any in this place. Well, if you want to fire up a crowd for last night, bring Darby out. That's for sure. Oh, he's walking away on him. I love this. He's literally walking away on Darby. Hits the security guy again on his way out. Attaboy Wheeler. That's the way to do it. So the timing's already off by a minute because of what happened there. They timed it out weirdly. They were either supposed to do the promo first or else. I think this video was supposed to go up right at the beginning of the show, but you know what? It'll work. They're killing the first 5 minutes here, just giving you a summary of what happened. And I don't mind this for a Thursday. And you know what? Here in the chat, you guys are, well, I can just see everybody's piling in now just as we're getting it going. A lot of people don't realize they're on tonight. So this is where you count on social media, pop it in and say, hey, oh, cool. Hey, hi, guys. Yeah, the show's on. Hey, speaking of which, hey, Vic, how you doing tonight? So we've already had Darby literally walk out on Moxley. It is showtime. Oh, no, sorry, it's... Sorry, I was trying to do Seek and Destroy the best I could, but, you know, I'll just...
Sir, no, sir!
That'd be the best way to put that. The final quarterfinal. Shivani's having a way with words tonight, chat. This should be fun. I just find it funny how they come up with Brandido as an actual name for this team. And the fact that Brandido's actually gone with the gear that matches Brody, a.k.a. all black. At least there is a easy way out to break up this tag team when Buddy comes back, if he comes back. I really do hope that Buddy's getting better. Because the biggest thing we've seen so far out of Buddy in the last few months is being on a stream when Rhea ended up chopping that one streamer a couple days ago. And the fact that his arms are like falling off kind of thing. Oh, Tony. Is it just me or are we going to go through a counter of Tony fuck-ups? I really don't want to because I'm a commentator and I know I screw up all the time myself. TOA, his name is Toa. Yeah. He said TOA and it was GOA. Ugh. Yikes. But no, I hope everybody's having a great Thursday, you know. Just wondering if I can watch. I don't. Sorry, Applejob. I don't post. I don't post the shows illegally, so. At least not on my Discord. You can't watch it, so. Appreciate the thought, but, you know, I think everybody deserves to, I know it's a big corporation, but, pay for what you get. Because, I don't want to worry about copyright stuff. I've been good with... AEW's actually been in the chat before and hung out with us for a little bit, the actual AEW official account over on YouTube, so best for me not to get too involved in anything like that, so... Hey, Zodiac, how you doing? Hope you're doing well tonight. We started, if you missed the first couple minutes, we had Darby come out to ready to draft. No online tonight. Next Wednesday, we're back at her. Unfortunately, I have plans right after we're done here tonight, so... I promise I'll make my drafting quicker next week. Still hype though? Well, it was a great show, and honestly, I'm having it edited right now. We'll be up on the channel on Tuesday on the gaming channel. Oh, this will be fun. Toa Leona versus Brody King. No, everybody did a great job last night. And this is straight up bulls just going at each other here. You cheap mother. Hey, Nats, how you doing today? Hope you're feeling good. The fact that Mackenzie Gore is still in that. Been a few... today was trade deadline day in the... in MLB. Bull in a diamond shop. Always good to feel like you got the extra power. Feeling great. Good to hear. I love how Brody and Brandido just work so well together. Like, Brody's been working with so many guys. Love the Jays getting deeper. I'll be honest. I feel they got deeper in everything except what they needed to. Like, Dominguez is okay. But the fact that we got like a fifth inning guy and a Dominguez, and that's it for the bullpen. Oh yeah, and the Yankees ended up yanking everything. We're sucking, so we're gonna buy everybody. I don't wish anything bad on any of those draft picks, but I just want them to be treated like the Simpsons. When Mr. Burns bought the new crew for the softball team. 8 different accidents for 8 different people. Hey, you know what? I'm good for some references every once in a while here, so forgive me if I respond a little late to your chats. It seems like I'm using the chat bot again for the stream talk because it seems to be working just fine. The logos are coming through and everything beautifully. So, but I still have to use another third party to get the response on my prompter here so I can actually talk to you guys straight up. I paid $250 for this damn prompter. I'm going to use it whenever I can here. But, no, it's going to be interesting. I expect Brandido to win this match, and I expect to win it pretty much hands down. Now I'm wondering, what do they main event tonight? do they do the Bang Bang Gang and FTR as the main event? Or do they do the TNT title match as the main event? I think if you do the TNT title as the main event, you change the title. But what do they do? What if they do what they did on Wednesday and put the TNT title and the title change in the middle of the show? There is a possibility that could happen as well. So you're on TNT, it's got to be the strap match. Fair enough. It's not a strap match, it's a street fight. But either way, there's probably going to be straps involved anyway when it deals with Dustin and street fights. But, yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. I do think that the Statlander and the Willow Thekla matches are going to go back to back here. I don't know whether it's going to be directly related to each other, like Statlander's going to do the full turn tonight. Oh, TNT strap. Okay, sorry, my bad. My bad. Well, let's just... I get you now. We'll just back her up there. I'm a little incompetent in some things. You guys should know that. It's been a long day. I started streaming this morning at, what time was it? 9 a.m. Eastern? For us, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's like, get out of bed, throw the stuff up on, go. It's a lot of fun, though. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Nats. We had a few people lined up there this morning. Oh. If you guys didn't get a chance to check out the Partner Direct with Nintendo this morning and you want to check it out with my thoughts involved, I do have it up on our gaming channel already. It just got released about 2 hours ago, so couldn't talk. Work was kicking. You know what? It happens. Like, you know, some guys, I had a couple guys from Australia in there. That was, I guess that was supposed to be some form of DDT out of that. Crowd wasn't sure, but you know what? They'll take the pop. Brody's just absolutely dominating. Can you imagine what it's going to be like having Brody and the Bucks work together? Like, I don't know, has Brody ever been in a match with the Bucks? I don't think so, but PWG probably, yeah, that would make sense. But nothing in AEW, I would think. I'm assuming everybody faced everybody in PWG. That was basically everybody cool wrestles everybody else cool. Sometime over those years, right? No, this looks to be a lot of, like I said, a lot of fun here. Brody's setting up his patented chair there. I just love the fact that AEW pretty much gets ahead of all the wrestling that's on this weekend. It also makes me feel somewhat similar to what happened on that big weekend. Well, they got it at the very last second. Oh, Jesus. The wrestlers had it timed right. The production didn't. Damn it. "99 years old, that building." Lunch break, I watched Hogan and Antonio Inoki for... Oh, time when Hogan actually worked? Because anybody that says that they didn't see Hogan as a good worker, Go back and watch the stuff from New Japan. Like his stuff with Inoki and such. There you have to work. Oh my God, they go from Chicago to Cleveland. Oh, and they're in Roanoke next week. And then the week after, I assume that's going to be a taped show because they're heading over to London. Beautiful. 5 hours from you. Well, for us, that's, you know, a somewhat of a normal drive for wrestling. Us here in Alberta. Like our major centers are an hour and a half apart from each other, so. All right, Brandido's done. I still can't get over that as a wrestling guy. Why would you have your partner cover on a finisher and not be watching the other partner to make sure he doesn't tag in? Oh God. I believe Death Valley is another place. You're going straight to hell on that, not just Death Valley. Wow. Thought about going, but I went to Dynamite. Hey, you know what? Budgets are tight these times. Nice superplex. Oh my God, don't tell me. What the frick was that? That was a finish. Do you call that a monkey flip 450? A monkey flip 450? Yeah. A little bit of extra momentum on that one. That was pretty cool. Just because of the inventiveness, I gotta give it this. Now we get the Bucks versus Brandido on Wednesday. I knew that was going to be coming up on Wednesday. We got to get the finals as soon as possible. Because we still have the finals to do. Which I'm assuming will be the Wednesday after. Because they don't like to do these tag team Eliminator finals on Collision that much. Especially, well, I guess next week's going to be a live Collision. The week after will be taped. There's your answer about the main event. Absolutely great finish. That finisher, it's something new. It's something that hasn't been done before. Vigo the Carpathian? What a reference right there. So Shane Taylor Promotions and Oh, God. Don Cal's the voice of moderation. Oh, they're showing the spot from the main event. Okay, so we know what's going on there. We were all there yesterday. We saw it. They're setting up that match for next week between MJF and Mark Briscoe. Glad they got one match ready to go for next week. But to answer your question, Nats, I will be watching both nights of SummerSlam myself. I'm not going to be on stream for that. Saturday, I'll be on stream after night one. We're going to have our WWE 2K25 My GM solo. So I'll be able to book the card, and then we can talk about SummerSlam to our heart's content. And then Sunday, I won't be on stream at all. If you guys aren't familiar, the biggest fighting game tournament of the year is going on this weekend, starting tomorrow. It's an event in Las Vegas called Evo. And tomorrow's sort of a spotlight day on it, all the games and whatnot, and all the exhibitions and whatnot. Saturday and Sunday are the tournaments. It's all available on Twitch. You just go under Evo, or I'll be watching Maximilian Dude's channel for a lot of this stuff because they're going to have some demos of some new fighting games. But yeah, I'm going to have Netflix probably on my TV. I'm going to have Evo on my computer screen. And one of my goals is to eventually get down there, but I have to get the passport. I have to make sure I can make it back in one piece. Of course, you have to afford to get down there. I would like to get involved in a tournament, but, you know, it's that whole thing about getting good. Like, the entry fee isn't a whole lot, but at the same time, it's not like the World Series of Poker where you have to pay 10 grand to get into it. But it almost feels like you enter the tournament just so you can have an excuse to show up to it and then just enjoy all the exhibits and whatnot. There's a lot of stuff going on with some brand new games that we are actually going to be featuring on the channel here starting in September. Like, for those that aren't familiar, 2XKO, the League of Legends fighting game. The fighting game based on League of Legends is going into their final alpha on September 9th, and they've claimed that the servers are staying open following that, and it's going to be sort of like a soft release of the game, so I want to make sure I got my PC set up so we're going to be able to play that over here on the PC and on the stream here, so. And then, of course, Marvel Tokon's being featured this weekend. If you haven't heard, they're coming up with an anime-style Marvel 4-on-4 game. And the other new one, which looks gorier than all hell, but going to be very interesting based on everything I've seen so far in the previews. The show Invincible that's available online. They're having a 3v3 fighting games from the developers of Killer Instinct. Not the company, but the actual developers themselves. They gotten together and they are working on a 3v3 fighter based on the series Invincible, which has all the blood, gore, and guts that you would expect on on something that's Invincible. And I've never watched it because of that, so we'll see. But yeah, with all the wrestling and all the gaming this weekend, there has got to be something you're going to enjoy all weekend. There is literally like I'm looking at SummerSlam here, and yeah, there's nothing that's really. There's nothing that's going to stink. Let's put it that way. To me, there's nothing that's really going to stand out, maybe except the tag ladder match. We know the women's match is going to be amazing. Io, Rhea, and Naomi. Cena, Cody. There's going to be some drama there, just to the easiest way to just put it, it's going to be a lot of that. That Naomi match and Dom match are my matches of the weekend. Yeah. Dom and Styles. Styles going to give it one last good shot here. Are we getting a split of the Paragon here? Oh, God. Oh, God. Kyle. Kyle doesn't know what to do. They're actually bringing up Mike Mansuri? Oh, my God. You knew Darby was going to get his movie creating skills in here. Darby literally dragging Mox into the abyss. It's what happens when you have a 100-year-old building. People don't know what parts are closed and what parts are dilapidated. Well, Statlander had... Okay. This is interesting, folks. This is a breaking news thing. SRS actually just reported, just a couple days ago? Saw Disturbed there. It's a cool building. Nice. Look, I love this. I want to see where this next section of the building's coming from, but there's going to be a great movie part of this. But let me get back to this here. SRS was reporting that TNA was pushing hard to sign Lena Cross after the last set of tapings they had. And now she's in the middle of an AEW ring. Granted, if she's not signed, there's nothing there, but... Damn! Cross almost looks like she'd work well with Thekla. Just the look and the... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe an audition here. Because TK has said point blank that he does want to use those tag titles he booked. Oh my God. That arm bar just out of nowhere. The Statlander almost ran over. Did Statlander get... Oh, that's an orbit. Okay. I was going to say, that's a new tattoo. And, of course, here comes Willow to ruin all the fun. I'm not even going to look at her. They literally booted her out of the ring. My God. I do think that they mistimed the early part of the show here, too, so I can understand sort of where they're going on this a little bit. Yep, we have Statlander with Nightengale. More drama. By the way, shout out to Agony with her outfit tonight. Playing homage to one of the best ever. I love this stable. It makes so much sense. Like, once again, like I said, I do believe this was Elena Black's spot, but I think Thekla is just such a great fit here. Because you can almost see it as Thekla's coming down. She just exudes that I'm the boss, bitch. And the other two just, yes, we are strong, but my God, do we have somebody even stronger? Well, there's a view for you. The head bob just in the perfect position there. And Willow's just not even moving. So, if Willow beats Thekla, does that make her the Willowmaker? Interesting. TK would have Julia take a bit of a step back here. Elena or not. Here's my thinking. Julia is a top talent. Don't get me wrong. Julia has that potential. But what? She's been here, 3 years tops? Yes, she won the title. Yes, she had the endurance of the crowd. But realistically, with I'm not gonna credit Malachi. I'm not gonna say Malachi was the reason for Julia's success. She's been there since 21. Yeah, she started. Well, she would be 25 now. 25 or 24, still incredibly young. But if you look at what she's done, yes, she's been an absolute top. Oh, she was 19. So 23. Yes, she won the TBS championship. But then she basically had to rebuild her career back up because she got injured. And I don't know if you really want to put Julia as a good person right now. And it looks like Brody is. So it sort of makes sense that she needs to be on her own. In terms of away from Brody. I love the fact that she was trying to go for a side slam. Thekla said no. So all of a sudden, Willow just said, no, we're going to drop you right on my knee then. I still feel that she got a little bit too much too soon. And that's what that TNT and TBS championships are supposed to be about. Are they big enough? Let's give them a ball and let's see if they can roll with it. Skyflight versus Shane Taylor. We get to see Scorpio Sky tonight again. Does that mean that the Bucks and the FTR and the Bang Bang Gang is going to get like 10 minutes? To be fair, there wasn't really a lot of work in the team. And you know what? You're right. You are absolutely bang on there with that. The development just wasn't there. It's also, and it's one thing I've learned as a manager, and so let me pull the curtain back a little bit and get into one of my former jobs. One of my former jobs that I had as I deal with retail management. I used to work for what's now known as Couche-Tard, Circle K, down the States. I worked as a regional development coordinator for new dealers or new owners. And part of my job was to go into stores that basically had been ripped apart by the old owners that weren't succeeding. We basically punted them out. We'd lock the door, get the inventory set up, and then my job would be to clean it up, get it running to an acceptable level, train a new person to run that place, and then move on to the next one. So I'd be the fixer, basically. The number one, and this is going back to this point here, Zodiac, I promise you. The number one rule you learn is you might have a mistake in front of you. You might have a problem in front of you. Yes, it is TK's problem. Yes, TK was the one that caused that problem. But it doesn't matter who caused that problem. That problem still needs to be fixed. And I think right now, having Julia Hart with somebody like Thekla was a varied experience. Same thing with Sky Blue, having that varied experience. While this might not be the longest of relationships, it could last forever. It could last for 2 months for all it matters. The amount that she's going to learn from working with somebody who has such a different realm of experience compared to what she was dealing with, to me, that just, it speaks a lot to what could do for her growth. I do expect Julia Hart to be the future of AEW in many ways. Her and Stat and Willow, like, they're going to be there for the long term as long as they want to be there. And TK's willing to pay them to be there. So honestly, there is no real rush right now. And in my personal opinion, this setup right now, I would love to see Sky Blue and Julia Hart be the first ever AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. And if you can have them set up Thekla as a world title competitor, whether it be Athena, whether it be Toni Storm, whether it be anybody else who takes that title from Toni, and you could have these two who work so well together basically be the Bucks of your women's division, I think you're going to be in pretty good shape. Because, like, when you watch Julie and Sky work together as a tag team in their matches, they are pretty fluid together. Sorry, that was my little rant there about the tag division. TK did say there's too many injuries right now, so he can't really set up a tag title scene or a tag division right now. I honestly have trust that he will set up more time for the women's division tag-wise when the tag titles become relevant. And I know everybody's got their comments about TK. And do I want to see more from the women's division? Absolutely. Oh, Jesus. No, this match has been absolutely great here tonight. But no, like it's amazing watching Willow every single time that she's involved in a match. It just seems so fluid and under control, right? Very high on Thekla. I think she'll be absolutely amazing here. And that's why I like this trio the way that it is. Oh, God. To hell with a superplex. Let's go for a spiderplex. And that's got to hurt extra for the person going down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And that's why these three work so well together. Like, Julia's no fool, and neither is Sky. Okay. That's Brody's... Okay, shout out to Brody right here. Hey, damn it, D-Lo. We just saw that last match. Go for the doctor bomb. Well, let's just beat up both of them, but then, you know... Thekla's got to be quicker on that spear. There's this... Okay, that stomp was a lot better. You notice on the third count, she put her head down just to push a little extra hard? It almost gives you the indication in the back of your head that she's going to kick out. And then all of a sudden she doesn't. It's that psychological thing that just... So who's coming out to break this up? TJ? Well, Aminata should be one of them. They're just going to lay her out? Oh, my. Megan's sending Penelope out. Oh, sorry, Zodiac. I missed. There we go. Folks, let me remind you, War Games is coming soon. War Games is August. Could we be getting a 5-on-5 women's instead? It's right there. We have 5. And now we have we have 5-on-4 right now. We have 5-on-4. Blood and guts. Blood and guts. Could you imagine the amount of chaos that these... If you guys have seen what the women are capable of in these hardcore matches that they do. Like, if you want a reference, go back to every New Year's Rampage. The last Rampage of the year. Every year, these women have, like, some of the most brutal, bloody beatings that can be boasted on a beautiful program. Anna Jay and Tay Mello don't fuck around. Yeah, exactly. They'll bring in Static Course, but would you make me Miss Bunny? Hey, I get it. Oh. Wow. Well, at least we got that sorted out finally. Oh, and yeah, Zodiac, if you didn't know, Bunny is now, from what I've seen, she has her own podcast. She talks about horror films and such. And she, I believe she's doing stunts right now, too. The last time I got a chance to see Bunny was one of the mystery wrestling shows hosted by Eva Luno. If you guys are interested, MysteryWrestling.com. Eva Luno's wrestling promotion. Never announces any matches. Might announce 1 or 2 people. That's it. You're literally coming into a venue and trusting Eva Luno is going to provide you entertainment. Sometimes he's had some commentators show up. He announced in advance. He's had the odd turn. He does the odd announcement about talent, but you really don't need to with his shows. They had the last show that they had, and it's near and dear to my heart, this match, a blind referee match. So the 2 wrestlers wrestle, and the referee's the one that's blindfolded. Yeah. I think the spot of the night, and I think there is a video up, or a clip up on socials. So the first referee gets knocked out, right? So they got to bring another referee from the back. So that second referee, they put the blind on him. He runs down to the ring, right into the ring post, knocks himself out cold. The whole place is just going nuts. But yeah, the Bunny, like, these women aren't afraid to bring it, like, and it's the whole division, right? So I wonder if it's Statlander or if I wonder if it's going to be somebody new that they literally cannot announce yet. Like, I'm assuming that that last set of 90-day deals wraps up here in the next couple weeks. Like, I would think... Like, what would you... Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly where I'm going with here. If we can bring Evie in, or whatever name she decides to come up with now on the indie scene. Because she's one of those that hasn't. Mikey, Kai, and Bailey next. Yeah, a lot of 90 days are up there. There you go, Vic. So what happens next week in Cleveland? You get a bunch of announcements show up, right? Reigns, Balor. Hey, you know what? I haven't even thought about mine yet. Maybe Ripley, Owens. I'm trying to figure out exactly which way I would go with that. You're always strategizing. Yes, I understand that. Tough keeping Kai over Dolan. We got to keep my top champs, eh? It's funny. The most likely that I'd want to keep are the ones that I would like to. The ones that I wasn't able to get before or use for a while, like Asuka and that. You also got to remember, Zodiac, you got only one GM run to worry about. I got two. I got to figure out what I'm going to be doing on Saturday as we're doing our go home show to season 2, week 4, as we're getting ready for Queen King of the Ring. I want to see Nana versus Callis now. Match number 1 announced for Forbidden Door right here. Swerve and Okada, let's go. This is gonna be fun. No outside interference. What? Oh, I thought Tony had a teaser there. I thought he was talking about something coming up here. Now we just get FTR. Now, Stoke doesn't even know how to use the crutch properly. If he even learned to use the crutch properly, I'd even consider this. Let's take all the promo spots out for the last 3 weeks. It's gonna be nice to see this over at in the O2. I don't think we've ever had AEW run that venue. And I've just seen like the ICW shows that are there and everything going on like that. If ICW could get a real production budget. Guns up! Oh my God, they got the double cardboard. That must be the original cardboard because they got the tape on the back. Those are going to get mauled in this match somehow. Stokely's looking at that like, yeah, I got to tear those up. Yeah, I'm going to tear those up tonight. I love that sign in the crowd. You can't spell fart without FTR. That's my favorite them for them, yeah. Card blade and card coil? I'd feel bad for those guys who got the ticket. The guy in the second row is already giving him shit for putting up that cardboard right in front of him. I can't see! Oh, we'll be there. Sunday, August. I'm trying to figure out what time it's going to be. Is it going to be a 1 p.m. show or is it going to be a night show? I would think it'd be a 1 p.m. show. Because you got NXT Heatwave coming up the next day. Or that night, sorry. Oh, God. No, Juice is a lot different mentality, and I love it. Juice trying to be somewhat of a serious guy. I love Dax. He's like, I don't care about your guns up. Let's fight. Don't you dare lose that signal, you son of a gun. You've run well for three weeks. Oh, God. Dax just looks like he's having so much fun there with the trolling. He's hiding over in the corner. Oh, get the hair! He's got the hair! Damn, that's gotta suck. Oh, did you see that? Juice got hit in the throat with a chop, so Juice just gave a receipt right there if you know the wrestling lingo. That was a fun little piece of... Oh. Big Bill still pissed about losing the juice. I love that they're not saying why anymore. Like, everybody knows why they're moved to Thursdays this week. They could say that they're literally just running out of town now. Holy shit. So with that comment from like that SRS report about Lena Cross, if you guys have me on X, I just reposted it. She literally turned around and said, yeah, my stock's going up. So it makes you wonder if she's going to go for TNA or is she going to go for AEW. If TK wants her, she's going to get some money out of her. And I'm happy for that. Both guys want to beat up Dax, and finally Austin says I'm going to. A little bit of timing off there, but you know what? It worked out. Stokes just pissed. We're actually I didn't notice this, guys. For us Canadians, I have to do this. This might be the first time ever that we're actually getting an actual picture-in-picture properly for AEW Collision here in Canada. For those that don't know, AEW, when it's sent up here for Canada, it's usually gone full commercial no matter what. But no, I'm getting the picture-in-picture, and I'm loving it. So, question for everybody. I know we bring this up, and it's always a toss back and forth here. What do you guys and girls think about Thursday night collisions? Is it worthwhile? Is it better than Saturdays? My personal opinion, I still like my Saturday nights for wrestling. I would like to be at a little bit earlier in the day, but like even if they could do a 6 p.m. Eastern start instead of an 8. Because in many ways, wrestling used to be the primer for whatever other sport you wanted to watch. But realistically, Collision is a lot of fun, so. And Dax is getting the crap kicked out of him here through most of it. Oh, never mind. The joys of one little hair pull, that's all you have to do. Uh-oh, here comes a tag. No, as we're getting closer and closer to Forbidden Door, I've actually seen a few comments online tonight. What would you guys think of having a Blood and Guts match at Forbidden Door? The only reason I'm confused about that is why would you do a 45-minute match? A 45-minute match on a pay-per-view like that for the women that is in the main event. Because you know Swerve and Okada is going to go at least 25. Why would you slap your partner off like that? And that's how you break it up right there. Normally, you let the referee kick him in that point. I would love to see that instead. And the ref didn't. Here we go. Trope number 2. Oh, and Juice has had enough. And good old Dax is good. Heart attack? Really? Sorry, the heart attack don't work in 2025. But it's such a great smile, Tony. Oh, God. It's almost as if Cash doesn't hit any moves anymore. At least any big ones. See, if you do a third one, he's... Ha! I love that. I love that. Dax is great for the fake out on the DDT for himself. Like, he'll fake going high and they'll duck low and he'll set up for a DDT. That was just a perfect counter to that. Is Juice bleeding? Or is that a tattoo underneath his arm? Love that short clothesline. Do you really want to go outside with Dax and Cash? Oh, here it comes. Dax just gets out of it. That's where Brandon used the kick. I like it. Shout out to Brandon Martinez, by the way. I think he's been reffing only since 2023. He was literally brought into originally Ring of Honor because of all the impact of the luchadors that were coming into AEW. And that was he talked about it on the Unrestricted podcast that AEW does. And just talked about how they needed somebody who could speak fluent Spanish to try and communicate with all these luchadors that have been coming in for Ring of Honor. And he just worked his ass off and got himself in this. Oh, no way. There's the power and the glory. And the more glory. Does Cash actually ever hit anything? Does Cash ever hit a big move? Ever? Like, since he's turned heel, I don't think he has. Ah, good old ref, you suck chance. Garcia calling the move ahead of time. I like that. Wow. That was 3. That was 3. He hit it. I thought for sure they were giving that. Could you imagine Bang Bang Gang getting to the finals? The Bang 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 Bang. They're going to try 310 to Yuma? Only a 1 count on that. Oh, no. Bang. Bang. Again. You got the pin. Look for the partner. Gosh dang it. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Ugh. Chaos Theory. Ah, Stoke. Oh, no way. Ugh. Well, I guess you're going to make it to the finals. That's the way to do it, right? But the match is officially over, so... So are we're getting Bucks FTR again, aren't we? It's not like we're not... It's not like it's going to be a bad match. What do we got? Technique by Taz. Oh, the O-Face. AKA the Eclipse for some of our older fans here. Big time cravat. More like a no face. You notice he won't say it stuns their opponent just because they don't want to give Stone Cold the credit for that. Really? Oh, crap. We called this a while ago, didn't we, chat? I think it was you guys that called it more than me. So she's literally saying she's going to do it in London. I do think the title changes hands there. There we go. She called her shot. We said this 3 weeks ago that this was going to be happening at Forbidden Door. And my God, that graphic for Athena looks... Both of them look amazing on this one. That hair on Athena, damn. Oh, goody. Oh, goody. You notice he's not wearing the... Or I wonder if the... Does the referee have the plaque? Chirac. Chirac. Really? Anthony Bowens is going to come out and rip him apart in about 5 seconds tonight. Wow. 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 Crybaby Beach. All right, this should be... Oh, God. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. We haven't seen Roosh in forever. Yeah, this should be, what, 45 seconds or so? Caster's not even, like, should even look like he's concerning. So, yeah, this entrance taking a little long. We still got 2 matches left. We got that 8-man tag with Skyflight and the Shane Taylor Promotions. And then we got the street fight. Could you imagine if Caster wins this? Like, doesn't... Even if Caster lasts 5 minutes. Yeah, I think Shivani and Nigel are sort of understanding what I'm getting at here. This is turned the other way around right now. He's doing his jogging. He doesn't see Roosh there. Boom! Roosh just said to hell with this BS. Let's go. So we got some breaking news here in the chat going on X. Someone who's been on AEW as a reserve talent many times and has done a lot of work at Defy, and I do believe she's the Defy Women's World Champion right now. Verd Vixen just posted on X that she is part of the WWEID Expo this weekend out in New Jersey here. So good on her getting a tryout. I know we got local talent there in Zoe Sager here from Love Pro, and then of course I think the biggest name we got, no pun intended, Big Trouble Ben Bishop. 6'12", I do believe is the height that he gives. But yeah, there's a lot of people on right now, and you know what? I just hope these people get work. That's all I'm worried about ever. Oh fuck! Sorry, pardon my French. CM Punk just confirmed on ESPN that him and Gunther are main eventing night 1. Well, at least it'll be easy for me to get my stream set up for Saturday night. For the record, I don't have any official picks, but I do think Seth Cash is in. Something just feels weird about this whole injury angle that they're doing. He just wants to beat up. He just looked at the clock. He's like, yeah, I know. He's going to let Caster win. Or is he going to time this perfect here? You dumbass. Caster's won. Well, Roosh won. This is how you turn Caster into babyface. That's how they're doing it. They're going to use Roosh to do it, too. That's actually pretty cool. My hot take is Seth cashes in the winner of Cody Cena. Punk wins the world title clean. They do a Punk Rollins a Crown Jewel for that silly match. That wouldn't surprise me either. By the way, good to see you, PJC. LFI just destroying all these security guys. Jet Speed and AR Fox. Okay. Looks like we got a new trio to deal with here. We got an 8-man tag and a main event to get to here yet still. I would love to see them go head to head, but I do think that I think the bigger story would be is the fact that Seth cockblocks Punk for the world title more than anything else. One of these times he's going to win. One of these times he's going to win. Ugh. Now, in terms of the big matches, I would love to see what you're predicting your PJC. Are you going to run Cody Cena, are you going to run Cody Rollins again? Like, you also have to think about who you're going to take that title off of him with. And Cody obviously is like the number one guy in the company right now. That's the only reason I worry about that. Yes, you're going to get the cheap pop at Crown Jewel. But do you... I'm just thinking you could do Punk Rollins all the way to Mania. That's the thing for me. Or even the Rumble at this point. But yeah, very well could be a case, and I do like the idea. In terms of other title changes, could there be a possibility that AJ Styles takes the Intercontinental Championship from Dom? I think so, but if not, this is going to be a hell of a sending off party for AJ Styles. And I would love to see it. Women's tag titles, I expect to be flipped over to Charlotte and Alexa. That group is just working way too well than it should. It also leads to a little bit of jealousy for Liv, as Roxanne and Raquel work to get the titles back. Unless literally Liv comes in to cause them to lose the titles too, you know. That could be another thing too, right? You're getting a little too comfortable for my liking, so I'm going to put a kibosh on that. But no, here, like talking about AEW right now and everything that's going on next week, like we're going to get Brandido and the Bucks, which I'm assuming is probably going to be the Bucks win, but either way, you're not going to go wrong on that match because, well, here's the thing. If you always want to go face heel, would you... Technically, you'd want Brandido to win, right? But the Bucks are almost starting to get turned babyface in a way. Because everybody understands they're in on the joke. It's almost like you're the laughable loser. We're going to help you... We're gonna help you. We're gonna, let you smile because you're gonna make fun of us. You pieces of garbage, stupid TV. Trying to hit the mute button, all of a sudden it goes to... That was a hell of a finish, that match for Mercedes. Mercedes didn't want to work the small venue. Didn't want to work the small venue in Chicago, so now she's back. All right, coming on Bulls colors. I like that. Shane Taylor Promotions. What's tonight's bevy watch? Just iced tea again. I've been chugging that down with this 30-plus heat. I was thinking about alky stuff tonight, but with it being as warm as it is, want to get as many, positive electrolytes into me. And Daniel's playing manager. I love this. Shane's standing in the middle of it. He's like, I don't care where you're trying to pose. I am going to stand where I want to stand. Oh, this I drink stuff. All right, just for the record, I tried looking on Amazon. It's only on Amazon in the States. If you go to Amazon Canada, it does not show up. I was actually going to buy a case for the stream here. But apparently I have to order it out of the UK off their website. So I'm almost scared of what tariffs are going to come across as I order a case. It's $35 for a case of 12, so it is the worst cost in the world. If you're buying retail. If you're buying wholesale, then it's pathetic. But I figure my money can be used on better things. AKA watch the stream soon, guys. I'm going to have a couple subtle changes over here. Potential looming threat in Skyflight. Okay, that's gotta suck. Oh, God. Shane Taylor with that leg drop. I love his gear, by the way. And of course, they had to go full commercial. Damn it, I thought we were on a roll here. No, it looks like they're trying to establish a bit of a trios thing, and this is a little dead part of the schedule, and let's call a spade here. This little window here between Forbidden Door and All In is essentially a real dead spot in the AEW calendar. This is why Blood and Guts was usually put in between the two. While realistically it was put between Double or Nothing and All In back when All In was in August, then it's going back there next year. So that's why there hasn't been much talk of a Blood and Guts match. I'd assume they're going September at this point. It almost seems like that night in Pittsburgh we were talking about. This almost could work out too perfect. The fact that, maybe try to get Britt the biggest pop home as she can. if they're going to use her. And like I said, the odds of that, well, they're questionable at the best of times, but yeah, it almost looks like because the story that you can do, sorry, it looks like Blood and Guts is pretty much where we're lining up here for the women. I'd almost like to see 2 Blood and Guts matches, one for the men, one for the women, the whole show. And then literally you can have one warm-up match if you want it, but if not, just because it does take a hell of a lot of time to set that cage up properly. So once they get it lowered, and they got to make sure everything's fixed the right spots and all that. The only problem with doing 2 of them is the fact that AEW goes so damn hard on these matches that you would almost guarantee that they would have so much insanity involved in all of it. So but here's the other weird thing. What if they added Mercedes instead on the face team? Nobody'd want it except for Mercedes, but it's not hard to flip face and heel really these days. The one thing about AEW fans is if you're willing to go some way, they're willing to go with you. Double head scissors, I love it. Nice kick up top. Yeah, Callis is worried about this team right now. But the problem is you got Shane Taylor there ready to break it up at all times. Jesus. Tags everywhere, so we got everybody involved. Dante trying to break that up. Okay. Okay. That knee right under the jaw. There goes some teeth. Oh, it's great to see Scorpio back in and live. He has to do a big foot instead. Scorpio almost ate that pin. Here we go. TKO. Good night. Scorpio just deadly with that TKO. That extra little bounce he's got in it. Callis has just got to pay up what he already owes. They won that $200,000 or $400,000 8-man tag last week. Oh my God, we're back to Darby. No way. They were going to Santana him? Or no, Eddie Kingston him. If you guys are familiar with TNA and their history, Eddie Kingston took Mickey James and threw her into a railway track where the train was running and essentially killed her off in the middle of an episode. Kayfabe, of course. But that pretty much killed the entire LAX storyline. Because, attempted murder. Might cause a few problems there. But I can't wait to see what happens with Darby and Mox. Like, that's going to be a lot of fun. But speaking of fun, as per tradition, before the main event, we go through a rundown quickly of what's going on here on stream. Next time we're going to be live on YouTube is going to be next Wednesday with AEW Dynamite, which is going to feature, Brandido against the Bucks, MJF versus Mark Briscoe. And Tony Khan's got a lot of stuff up his sleeve. Excuse me. For Twitch, no stream tomorrow. I'll be on Saturday after SummerSlam, night 1, with WWE 2K25, my GM solo run. We're going to get through week 4. That's our go-home show to the PLE. We got 5 matches on the card, which means after I book all the matches, we're going to have lots of time to talk and break down the card from SummerSlam night 1. And the eventual, ultimate disasters of the world happening there. No stream Sunday between the EVO finals and SummerSlam. It's not good to do there. We're looking at probably a stream on Monday. We're going to take a peek at the landscape of what's going on here on over the weekend here, and we'll figure out what we're going to do on Monday. Might even get into the Fight Club Tuesday. Tuesday's an optional right now because, well, I'll just be frank. Tuesday is Cheap Tuesday coming up here in Alberta. Most of our major retail grocery stores offer 15% off for groceries. First Tuesday of the month. So, got to go pick up the monthly supplies after work. So, we'll see if I'm able to get on or not. And then Wednesday, we'll be back with not only Dynamite, but the draft. And hopefully the first 5 weeks, 3, 4, 5 weeks, somewhere in there, of WWE 2K25 My GM mode. Season 2, where Zodiac is going to spend 10 minutes picking his four keepers. Because he finished in second. At least with me, with 3, I get less time to think about it. But once again, everybody, thank you for being here regardless. So where you're watching, whether it be YouTube, whether it be on Twitch. If you are watching on YouTube, please hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Tell all your friends. And for those on Twitch, make sure you're hitting the follow button if you haven't already. And if you like what you see, consider subscribing. Prime subs are absolutely free for you, but help me out. And anything that you guys contribute goes directly towards the stream. And I managed to get that all out before Kyle fully got out here. So this is going to be the match that wraps up 3 weeks of action here in Chicago. 6 shows. I'd have to consider it a success personally. I would personally call it a success. I don't know. A lot of people felt bad about the fact that they went from 25,000 people, almost 30,000 people at Texas Stadium to a venue that holds, 13, 14, 15? For the record, they had 7 seats left here for the show tonight, so was it a complete sellout? All of 7? Really? This is his old Natural song. Also, they showed the graphic too early. Okay. Impressive that they used the music from The Natural. I think it's not it's not WCW music, so you could I love how Callis was like, yeah, no, I ain't giving that guy his money. It's a street fight, you dumbass. Of course, every weapon that Fletcher brings out, he's going to eat. Ooh, he ate the bit of that. Fans, look out. Dustin's swinging. I don't know how well his eyes work right now. Okay, that's got to suck for both of them. I love the fact that Fletcher's selling that DDT. Because he landed on his ass. That hurts. Oh, he landed on his back right on the edge, too. Table, table, table. We want fire. Oh no. Oh no, Fletcher. Ha! Dustin pulls the Samoa Joe right there. Nope, we ain't doing that. Oh no, that's not good. Oh no, that's not good either. After the DDT, he's bleeding now. Oh, Fletcher's bleeding. Well, you know, those Chicago stockyards got to be close to here, right? Dustin turning into Moxley here with the amount of times he bleeds in these matches. Come on, Dustin. You know how to hit a destroyer. Destroyer right into the table. That's what I want to see. Oh my God, another. There we go. Hell of a story there. So both guys, when you set up the table, you're the one who goes through it. Isn't that the way it's supposed to go traditionally? Player the Reds got for a defense and not at all. His bat has an error in the game and a home run. That's what trade deadline day is going to do to you guys. Oh, just reading some of the posts that are coming out on socials right now about the old trade deadline and like it is a very strenuous and a very busy time here in AEW, in sports, in WWE. It's one of their busiest weekends of the year. This is their first 2 nights SummerSlam, so. And honestly, I do hope that it turns out well. I do hope that the show works out great this weekend for them. As much as I have such a disdain for Triple H and a lot of his bullshit, especially with where he was today. It just, yeah, to me, it's just, no. But other than that, like, I never have any real, like, a lot of people need to remember the promotion and the wrestler are two different separate things. And I think we do talk about that quite a bit here as a group. And I'm really thankful for the community that we do have here because of that. And as long as we remember, you know, like booking decisions are one thing, being a good human being is another. Oh my God, Dustin, you're leaving puddles everywhere. This is a good reason why you're the last match. You're the last match on the show here. I wonder if they're doing some Ring of Honor after this too or not. It looked like they were taping before. Because if he showed up for the beginning of the show, the production team was actually in the ring tightening the ropes and adjusting the canvas and all that stuff as the show was on the air. And here comes Kyle with the cowbell. This will be amazing if, you know, Kyle wins this here. Oh my God! Code Red out of nowhere! Once again, I will say the show that the match that might steal the weekend, AR Fox and Ricochet, or not AR Fox, Amazing Red and Ricochet coming up this Friday at House of Glory. If you guys get a chance, get the pay-per-view. I don't know if it's on YouTube or it's on a pay-per-view channel. Either way, get it. Even people in the chat are going to be working the show that night. Oh my God, Fletcher. You know how to sell that. Fletcher knows how to sell the Crossroads. That's for damn sure. Cheers. Here we go. At least Dustin knows how to use the chair the right way. Half the time you see these wrestlers, they put the chair upside down, so you have to have the seated part towards the guy's back. If you don't, the chair does not fold towards the right position. Like this one right now, the way that Dustin's picking him up, it should kick back into Dustin's face. Hate to get rid of some of the magic there, but problem is with AEW, they quite often don't do it properly, and that's where you start getting into injuries. Oh no. Well, that just killed. I love the camera cut right there. Sorry, hate to break another one here. But that pile driver, he literally took... Kyle took everything on his knees there. Now we're getting another table. Kyle, you might want to remember what happened the last time you did a table. Yeah, it's not happening this Saturday, Tony. Don't get too delusional. You're not working for the other company anymore. That was, what, 40 years ago? Jesus. Now, who goes through this one? It's got to be Kyle, right? I love how Callis explains why you don't go after the head there. No way. My God! What was that? And it still didn't do it. Canadian Destroyer through the table. My God, that was amazing. Oh, here we go. Loaded glove. No. Are you kidding? Now we're going to get violent. Sky's going to kill him for doing this. Oh, he's going for the claw. Oh, my God. Iron Claw with attacks. Yep, that's how you break that. That's the only way you break that. Wow. Holy sh... Look at Kyle's head after that. He's literally punctured all over the damn place. That is insane. Legos. Of course it's tax. Why don't we have Lego? Deathmatch Dustin, yeah. He is calling it down the middle. He's saying either guy could get hit with him. Hey, Astrid, how you doing tonight? It's been a little crazy here tonight. We've seen some moves that I don't think we've ever seen before. Dustin and Kyle are having an all-time death match right now. Oh, my God. Ah! Well, Kyle just ate some tacks. And now he's got to be pinned in the tacks. Jesus. But I don't know if you've seen earlier tonight, but it looks like we're setting up towards a women's War Games or a Blood and Guts match with the women. As we have 5-on-4 set up right now after tonight's little... That is the funniest spot I've seen in my life. Fletcher just literally got kicked in the nuts with tacks in him. It's the screwdriver. He's going to puncture it. Oh, no. Ref's calling it. Oh, this is sick. Oh my God! No way! Oh, I thought he had it. Oh, could you imagine that reversal right there? There it is, Brainbuster. You knew if Kyle Fletcher was going to win this title, it was going to be an absolute banger of a finish. What a main event to finish. $28 out of 124. What a finish. You know, Dustin, yeah. Shout out to Dustin and all the work that he did. Are they going to try and Pillmanize Dustin? But what about the trios titles? What about... Like what? We still... That might actually bring up a feud with Sammy Guevara. Retirement match? No. He's still... Dustin just signed another 6-year deal, friend. He is going to be around for a very long time. And he's got the ROH tag and trios titles right now. With Guevara and the Von Erichs, respectively. It will give Dustin some time off camera for a while, maybe. And you know what? This is... Leaving Texas, this is probably where we were going to end up. As we fade to black here. Leaving Texas, this is probably where we were going to end up with Kyle Fletcher having the TNT Championship. We talked about it. I did it on my prediction show. We all thought this is exactly what was going to happen. It was going to be Kyle Fletcher defeating Adam Cole for the TNT Championship. But when Cole unfortunately had to relinquish the title due to injury, rather than just doing the stereotypical thing and giving Fletcher the title in a token match, they actually pulled off a 1-month feel-good story. And I think that's probably one of the best things you could say right now, is the fact that they actually rather than having something bland go on and just move on with it, they actually turned it into a 3-week, I'm the TNT champion, I earned it, I want my run as a singles guy, I get a pop in my hometown in front of 25,000 people. In a very traditional sense, in a scenario where in a venue where typically the WCCW, the West Coast Championship Wrestling, the promotion the Von Erichs used to run, that would be the kind of crowd that they would get. And that was late 70s, early 80s. Like 25,000 people was not unheard of in the 70s and 80s. The biggest difference between that time, and we could talk about it for a while when it comes to that in another time here, but you literally have Dustin being able to get that pop. And now he gets to tell this story with Kyle and honestly put Kyle over to a level that a token match couldn't have. Not only does everybody who watches AEW knows that Kyle Fletcher's a hell of a wrestler and a great talent. Dustin put him in a position now where he could be known as a vicious killer who can earn that gold, not just get the gold. To me, that was very, very telling, very special, and it capped off an absolutely great night with some unbelievable moves. Like, we had some stuff we've never seen before. Like that monkey flip 450 from Brody King onto Brandido for the cover for the win there over the gates of Agony. That was absolutely amazing. You also had, like tonight, you had the startups of essentially what's going to be a blood and guts match for the women, it looks like. You had 2 match announcements tonight with Swerve Strickland taking on Kazuchika Okada at Forbidden Door, as well as Athena taking on Toni Storm at Forbidden Door, each for their respective championships. We know we're going to get the Hurt Syndicate defending the tag titles. We're presuming it's probably going to be against FTR, as it's going to set up that storyline that we've been talking about all the way through since FTR attacked Cope when they finally turned heel in that one position. The Shane Taylor Promotions against the Skyflight match was serviceable. It was okay. It was to put Scorpio Sky over, which I'm glad it did. Wish it would have been a little longer, but you know what? You only got 2 hours here tonight. The fact we had Lena Cross on AEW TV, just as reports were out that she was going to be signed to Impact. Like, okay. There's a story there. There's a story there. Well, the stuff with Darby and Mox, we didn't even really touch on. The fact that they got that off early and they told that story throughout the movie, and they almost Eddie Kingstonized Darby there for putting Moxley over the rails onto a running train. And yeah, like that FTR Bang Bang Gang match was just absolutely excellent. And the whole card, just top to bottom, I don't know if there was a bad spot on it once again. And that's been the calling card for AEW lately, is the fact that all their matches have been super, super good. And this residency in Chicago has meant a lot to a lot of people and meant a lot to Tony Khan's pocketbook here. And we talked about it. I've mentioned it before about how TK running this smaller venue in July is sort of a consequence of the very poor attendance that you get throughout the summer, especially on Saturdays, when a lot of people rather prefer to be outside than inside. It's a little more drastic in Canada than it is the States. If you look at the numbers for their Regina and Saskatoon shows that both ran on Saturdays throughout July of last year. You can tell why these internships are actually not necessarily a bad thing. So, But with that being said, that's going to wrap up tonight's episode of Collision and the Sidecast. I wanted to make sure we got out of the ad break before we do the ad break over on Twitch here. We're going to do a dual wrap-up here tonight, folks, because, well, we're not doing a WWE 2K after, because I already did a stream earlier today. If you guys want to check out the Nintendo Direct, Nintendo Partner Direct, that they had this morning, it's up on my gaming channel. The full watch-along's there. We also had River City Girls. That'll be going up on Monday. And Street Fighter just announced they're doing a server recall. So anything I was going to do tonight, we ain't doing now. So for those on Twitch, we are going to raid you out to fellow Backbreaker Gaming member Walker Pipe Guy. He is celebrating his Twitch anniversary, his affiliate anniversary today. So I do believe they're doing a little pummel party. So we're going to send you guys over there. YouTube, unfortunately, we can't do that. So we'll just send you out normally as normal as we get around here. So once again, everybody, thank you for being here. No stream tomorrow on either channel. Twitch, we're going to be on Saturday with WWE 2K25 My GM mode. Pretty much immediately following SummerSlam. So make sure you stick on socials, and I'll let you guys know when we're live. But as always, folks, thank you for being here. Truly do appreciate you. And always remember, be part of the solution. Just enjoy the rest of this weekend. We'll see you all here next time on the Mike Direct Twitch channel and the Backbreaker Video YouTube channel.